2 years to this date, Kampala City landed the rights of hosting the 42nd edition of the IAAF World Cross Country Championships after successfully making a pitch in Monaco. After toasting to the success of becoming only the second East African city after Mombasa in 2007 to host the championships, the local organizing committee drafted a budget needed to successfully stage the biannual competition. It came up to 8 billion Ugandan shillings. The Ugandan government, though, was willing to meet a little over half that budget. Operating with 4.7 billion Ugandan shillings meant that the local organizing committee was always going to be punching above its weight, as its Vice-Chairperson explains.
When people hear about billions, 4.7 billion, they will say, these people got a lot of money. But I can just give you a quick example. Broadcasting, TV rights and production alone required 975 million Uganda shillings, which was close to 1 billion.
Operating on a shoestring budget, the local organizing committee had to use vehicles from institutions like schools and the police to tend to the transport needs of the 59 countries that took part in the championships. Transport is a vital aspect of the championships, as Apollo Musherure, the Assistant General Secretary of the Uganda Athletics Federation, explains.
In terms of advertising, our advertising didn't go as we should have. From the airport, for instance, to Kampala, you should have been seeing billboards, you should have been seeing adverts, but the budget was slashed down. The whole of Kampala, you could not see the visibility of this championship.
Minutes ago, athletes boarded a coaster here, and they were all from Brazil, Comoros and Bahrain, and they just left for the airport. Now over there we are seeing those holding a flag, Kenyans, boarding a bus, and they're avoiding a situation where they have to miss a flight.
For example, the host city. Some of that money came through KCCA as the host city. But that money was for the local organizing committee. And when that money came, colleagues from KCCA started holding meetings and readjusted the budget and chose things to do and ignored other things that they were supposed to handle.
KCCA publicist Robert Kalumba says the red tape at IAAF did not help matters. The local organizing committee had to think on its feet.
There was no last-minute preparation. We came, like I told you, different committees are doing different issues. So there could be a delay in some area, but when you say last minute, that's a very big statement. If it was last minute, how come we managed to pull it off? Last minute means disaster. Was there a disaster? There was no disaster.
Maybe it is true that we are not yet into the publicizing government programs as much as we ought to do. Maybe there is that, and I must confess that there is lack right there.
The successful staging of the championships added another feather in the cap of sports tourism.
It is that we need now to really streamline our talent and identification and development. Because as you realized, in some events we had fewer athletes.
300 volunteers helped the local organizing committee operate within its constricted budget. Despite the belt tightening, the local organizing committee still finds itself with outstanding debts. Andrew Nitwe, NTV, Kampala.